You know, I've always, before my current boyfriend, I've always cheated, which is terrible, but it's true. And I've never been able to be like, okay, this is like my one person and this is all and who I want. That's it. So I've always cheated. And I was like, did some self-reflection. I was like, you're probably polyamorous. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you also have to give the other person the opportunity and say, hey, like, this is who I am. And if you're okay with that, that's amazing. But if not, then, we should date other people. So I realized that about 3 years ago. So now I've just been 100% true with myself. This is who I am. And yeah.
So before the relationship you're in now, if you would meet a guy and go on dates or whatever, you would just kind of tell him right away, like, I'm poly, I'm not trying to be
No,
anonymous.
no. Before my current boyfriend, I really didn't know. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
yeah, we're exclusive. And then I would do my thing on the side and be, a jerk. So now I'm just completely open and honest about it.
But now that you shoot content and do OnlyFans stuff, do you find that you even have time for like poly relationships with your current like main relationship that you have?
I'm actively looking for a girlfriend. I would
Okay.
love a girlfriend and or another boyfriend. Do I have time to be looking for someone right now? Not really. But if something were to naturally happen, I'd be open to it.
See, I would be super into that if you just had a girlfriend. But I don't know if I see you being able to like really section up your affection. And then I also feel like you guys would inevitably team up against me.
I feel like you think you would want me to have a girlfriend, but probably not. Because I'm gonna end up doing a bunch of like shit with her and not invite you, and then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna come to that.
Because the first thing that comes to mind is like, damn, I could ride my bike more. I could play poker more. I could like, if you're gonna go hang out with this girlfriend on a Saturday,
right, like nails,
I could
hair,
do my own
makeup,
thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But
It
I
could be
know
very
you.
beneficial.
I know you. If I don't invite Adam to stuff, he's like, I want to come to that.
Aw.
Because I'm right away picturing it like we have a kid. Am I
Yeah.
on daddy duty while you go and do mushrooms on the beach on a Saturday? Because
Not
that doesn't
fair.
sound good. I don't
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. You go hang out with your girlfriend while I hang out with her. Then that seems okay.
What if she gives me like more orgasms when I come home when I tell you? I feel like you'd be offended.
No, then you'd be all orgasmed out by the time you get home. And I'm like,
And then I'm not gonna want to fuck you.
nothing to worry about. Yeah, you are.
In your perfect world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hmm.
No, I need
Let
to
me
be
rethink
coddled.
this.
Yeah, I definitely need to get mine as well in this whole situation. Okay, so do you have a lot of promiscuous tales from your own private life as well? You got anything that comes to mind as like the gnarliest thing you ever did?
Yeah, I've got a pretty good one. I have done a couple pegging things with
Oh.
some guys. And it's so funny. Like the few guys that I have done it with are very big business guys. They tell everyone what to do all day, right?
Oh yeah.
And they want something like, okay, just take control of me and do it. So one guy in particular comes to mind. Met him in the club, business owner, very like strong, big, like would never assume that he likes being pegged, right? So he didn't come out with it right away. We were talking a little bit, yada, yada. He's like, we should go out sometime. I'd love to buy you a bag. I'd love to take you out and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And then, kept talking a little bit. He's like, how do you feel about pegging? I'm like, well, I've never done it. I like strap-ons. I use that with women all the time. So I'm like, I could do it with a dude.
Listen, if he's buying you a bag, I feel like
Right?
the
What
pegging
bag?
is whatever, right?
Right?
What bag?
Louis.
Okay. I might have asked for Hermes, but
Are those more expensive?
of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
a Birkin bag.
I've never been in that store.
I got a nice little paycheck on top of it too. So it was definitely worth it. Nice dinner. We went to the beach that day, treated like a princess. So good.
But then at the end of the day, does the pegging kind of gross you out a little bit? I would be kind of grossed out if I had to do all that
no,
to a
I'm a
butthole.
super freak.
Okay.
I love going down on guys too, like anywhere and everywhere. I love it. If they like it, if someone that I'm with likes it, I'm into it, typically. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
I haven't had any extreme circumstances where I'm like, I don't really like that.
But
But you weren't really into this guy, so it didn't make like it different for you.
No,
No,
not
okay.
really. I can separate that.
We were having this conversation yesterday, though, that like any guy who has like a sexual fetish, if you tell a girl about that, it's usually going to be perceived as you being a fucking weirdo. Whereas I feel like girls are more allowed to have their fetishes and guys aren't going to reject that or turn away from that, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know. I think
I feel like I
every
agree with
woman is
that.
different. I'm super open-minded. So that's just, that's who I am. So if you want to tell me you're into crazy shit, then let's do it together.
But that's like
But
why the pegging conversation works, is because it feels like 90% of normal women would just walk out of your life if you told them that that was your fetish. You're the rare
Fair enough.
professional that guys like this, he's not asking his wife to do that. He's probably married. He's
Right.
asking a nice young lady that he meets like you that he knows he can pay. He's essentially buying your silence, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
But I mean, my whole first year of dating you, I tried to convince you to let me,
I want to say you
You've
tried
never
that
had a
hard.
finger? You've never had a finger?
I put my own finger in my ass when I was like 16 in the shower. But
Okay.
I haven't
like
done
it?
it. No.
Oh, man.
Never wanted to do it again.
What about any licks? Little.
Licks?
Yeah, licks.
all these girls are always trying to lick my asshole. I don't know.
You gotta
He
lean
likes
into it, Adam.
I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm cool with it. The mental image of it kind of sticks with me sometimes. Where I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that.
Can't believe I allowed that.
What about orgy type stuff? Or like any kind of group sex? Have you ever done that?
I've never had an orgy, and I really, really want to. Not
Really?
yet. I'm excited to do it yet. I also want to do DP. I think
Really?
I'm finally ready for that. I've done toys with DP, just not with like 2 real guys.
Okay, how do you keep the toys in? I feel like one comes out when the one goes in. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of I'll lay on my back and just like.
I don't know.
Wow. So it's an in and out, in and out. It's not like
They're
a
not-
in, out. You see what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
is like a
little
big
bit
difference.
yeah, in and out, in and out.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll go to put in the dildo and the butt plug flies out. It's like,
Oh, but that's
Oh, but I'll
cool.
use 2 like dildos, not a butt plug
Okay.
and a dildo. I'll use 2 dildos.
But that's actually a good way for me to like remain heterosexual is if I DP a girl and if my dick is only in while the other guy's is out, then that's not gay. And if mine is out while his is in, well, I guess it's not really
your
how it
legs
works.
are gonna rub. So like, is that gay?
Yeah, I'm mostly just concerned with like
No,
penis on
DP,
penis content.
your dicks have both got to be in there at the same
Yeah.
time for a true DP, for
So
sure.
on Monday when you did your first porn scene, was that your
Yes.
first threesome?
No,
Okay.
I've had many threesomes before. Love threesomes.
How
Mostly
do they
boy,
usually
girl?
unfold?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been a very sexual person for years. So I actually started fucking girls before I started fucking guys. We would play the game, and I would play the husband, and she would play the wife, and we would just have fun. So my first threesome was actually with 2 girls. So that was super fun.
Wow.
Loved that.
That's interesting. What about, have you ever done the 2-guy threesome or just girl guy?
I have done 2 guys, just didn't do the 2 dicks in at once. But
Okay.
the whole getting fucked and sucking dick at the same time, I've done that.
So when you're talking about wanting to do double penetration, you're talking about double vagina or ass and vagina?
Ass and
Okay.
vagina. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you're an experienced anal warrior, I take it?
I don't know if I'm a warrior, but I can definitely do it. Yes.
The deeper you get in the game, the more you will realize that there are certain girls who really are warriors and
Oh,
that they're capable of stuff
Angela
that
White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adriana
She's a warrior,
Chechik, all these
like-
girls who can just do anal like easier than they can do vaginal. It's actually
Yes.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, that's warrior status, if you ask
Yes.
me. Okay, so yeah, are you planning on going like all out in terms of doing adult content? Do you want to be gunning for awards and doing all the craziest stuff possible?
Absolutely. I absolutely loved my shoot on Monday. I got to act a little bit. I'm having sex.
What
I got
role
my
did they put you
makeup
in?
done. I was the stepdaughter.
Okay.
Yep. Stepdaughter, and then we had a MILF as well, so she was the mom, and then Manuel was the delivery person, and it was super cute. Great
Wow.
day. But yeah, I'm gonna go all in for it. I mean, I loved it so much, and I'm good at it,
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I find it really funny that you grew up in Florida and you used to live in Vegas, but you didn't get into porn until you moved to Oklahoma. 'Cause
I
that's
know,
just
right?
Not the place that people are usually living when they get into it.
Right.
It's different when you have like a significant other supporting you too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it would be a lot harder for me if, I was single, like getting into the industry, because I'm like, oh, is anyone gonna love me like doing this? Am I gonna find someone going into mainstream? But I have someone that's like so supportive and saying, just go for it. Like you're killer, you're gonna kill it. Please do it. So that's a huge
Did
deal.
you call him when your scene was done and like tell him all about it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And there's
He
no,
lo-
are there any kind of rules? Are there anything that he would be a little weirded out by?
We just have to tell it, like, so if I'm in LA today, if I had a guy that I liked and I was like, babe, I want to, fuck, like, I just got to tell him, I can't fuck the
Before or
guy.
after? Okay.
Yeah, before. I can't really fuck the guy and then be like, oh, by the way, I fucked a guy. Like, we always got to tell each other before.
Okay, what if hypothetically you fuck me and Lena right now, or maybe if that happens.
Maybe.
And then you have such a good time that you're like, oh my God, like I think I'm gonna go over Lena and Adam's crib tonight and like hang out with them more.
Yeah.
That's cool. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would
is
just give him a
work
call and
one
be
isn't.
like, hey babe, like I think I'm gonna go over there tonight and fuck him again because it was so much fun. He's like, all right, you have fun. If you can get some videos, please send them.
Wow, legendary.
So supportive.
What a G. So, but you're still working in sales, or are you kind of taking a break on that?
I went full-time OnlyFans a couple months ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you felt like you had kind of done what there was to do in terms of being a salesperson?
Yeah, I was doing it for 2 years, and the money was okay. It's Oklahoma. It's kind of a poor state, so. But we built the company from the ground up. So I was their first salesperson. So I felt that I did my job, and they're on, standing legs. They had a sales team and everything. So
Wow.
it was a good experience.
Now
though.
you're a walking, talking advertisement for this weed company
weed band,
that I don't know the name of. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Anything else that we should cover? I'm getting a little anxious here.
No, I'm just honestly just staring at her a lot.
She's super high, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least they know that we feel that way.